Well, oh, wait. I can't see her face. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. Stygian Onslaught. Is it Stygian or Stygian? Stygian. We're gonna call it SO from now on. It sounds a bit strong, you know? SO. Sort of. Or it can be quite romantic, you know? Significant others. So, apparently this is the new endgame content. So yeah, I am really excited for that, especially for this. Hopefully I can get this because I use them all. I haven't do anything about the Archon quest yet, but I heard Paimon's voice and she has a different voice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Something's definitely off here. Look at all that spooky smoke around the ley line deposit over there. Could that be where the monsters are coming from?
Dude, I love the new Paimon's voice. She's softer than before. I like it.
Looks like the Millelith have set up camp to deal with this. There's soldiers and fortifications everywhere.
That deposit looks familiar. What do you mean? Deposit?
Yeah, let's fight side by side with the Millelith and send those monsters packing. Just like old times. Then, we can focus on what to do about that weird deposit.
There's still the problem with the strong S, apparently.
Halt, you two. There's danger up ahead. I'll have to ask you to turn back.
What is it?
No, wait. I think I recognize you. Are you Sergeant Traveler?
Sergeant? When did we become Sergeant again?
Sergeant? What the heck? Have you been doing night shifts in
Me?
the Millelith while Paimon's asleep?
Me? Absolutely not. Sergeant, huh? Could get used to that.
I'm Feng Jin, leader of this Millelith platoon.
Sergeant Traveler.
Staff Officer Su Ding has mentioned you before and had nothing but praise for your extraordinary talents. Our reports also list you as an honorary knight in the Knights of Favonius, granted captain-level authority in times of crisis. Therefore, it seems only appropriate to address you as Sergeant.
Sergeant.
But now that introductions are out of the way, let's get
Sarge.
back to business. Please, come with me. We should meet with Lady Yuheng.
Lady Yuheng.
Kaching's here too? Huh. This situation must be more complicated
I
than
heard
we thought.
Kaching's also doesn't
Not like
have...
we're solving this with one
I heard
quick
Kaching's
fight.
also got a new voice.
Lady Yuheng,
Let's
as
see.
you predicted, the Traveler and her second-in-command are here to see you.
A second in command. Paimon, you're my second in command now. Also, as you predicted, did Kaching even know that we are going here? Are we canonically just going around, do nothing, and then just... I don't know, man. We have no job.
Good work, Feng Jin.
Good work. Hey, Kaching. You sounds different.
It's been a while, you two. I see you're still chasing danger. The news has barely gone out, and here you are, first at the front line as ever.
Alright. You are British. I could hear from that, but I could be wrong. Her voice is a little bit softer.
It's been a while, you two. I see you're still chasing danger. The news has barely gone out, and here you are, first at the front line as ever.
Chasing danger. It feels like she sounds way too calm for the situation, no? Well, second this time, but we'll do our best to help.
Let me start by giving you a brief background of the situation. For many years, this ley line deposit has been very stable. However, for reasons we've not yet determined, it recently became unusually active, which has led to an alarming surge in monster attacks.
Wait, her voice is not too bad, but it could get a little bit more work. But honestly, I'm satisfied with her voice.
Worse still, eliminating the
It
monsters
will
seems to have no
it
effect.
needs time to get used to
The
it.
ley line disturbance remains. And
But I
anyone
can
who comes
feel
into
the same
contact with
vibe.
it is transported to a strange domain. This is the first time we've seen this sort of anomaly.
She has the same vibe as Ganyu, honestly. But the Kaching that we know doesn't sound like Ganyu, right? She is more like a stern woman. But I guess this more fitting for Kaching's. you know, she is an overworked woman in the
Yikes!
end.
That's really weird. So, somehow, this ley line deposit is turned into a sort of teleport waypoint? And shouldn't you guys be calling for more backup? There's no way a camp this size can withstand an otherworldly invasion.
Please don't worry, Paimon. Our defenses are as stable as can be. And all units are elite officers who have served in the Guili Plains. With their experience, each one of them is easily worth 100 troops. Still, the longer this garrison stays up, the more costly it will be. If we don't find the source of the ley line disturbance soon, we run the risk of depleted resources and troop fatigue. Military action should be taken with precision and prudence. Every attack has to count. A passive defense is always a losing strategy.
That makes a lot of sense. Sitting around and waiting for the enemy to attack sounds like it would really suck.
I mean, where are the people? Where are the strong people of Liyue?
Yes,
Why you're the only
which
one?
is why Yelan has taken a team to
Oh.
infiltrate and investigate the domain.
Yelan.
They should be back in a few hours with the intel we need.
Yelan. Oh, she doesn't have a voice. Honestly, I am not surprised. A few hours? I'm sorry. I would have taken my time if I'd known that Lady Yuhang wanted to catch up with travelers in private.
Why'd you have to sneak up
I
on us
forgot
like
what
that,
Yelan
Yelan?
sounds like. But for now, I am dubbing her.
You're back early. I'm guessing things didn't go according to plan.
Ooh. What's this zoom on the eyes? I love it. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that we now have a rough idea of what's going on. In short, this anomaly is a vestige of a past ley line disturbance. By examining on-site samples and cross-checking them against our war records, I was able to confirm that the ley lines are currently reenacting major historical battles inside the domain. This likely explains the monsters that managed to slip out too. Another ley line disturbance, huh? Sounds familiar. Thought it might. My resources tell me that Mondstadt has experienced a similar phenomenon in the recent past. Fortunately, the situation never spiraled out of control, thanks to the relentless effort by the certain honorary knight and dark knight hero to keep the monster at bay. Aye, dark knight hero being mentioned. This eventually depleted all the information stored in the ley line, after which it returned to normal. Basically, they waged a war of attrition and won.
Well, that explains
Damn.
why the ley line deposit is bright red.
Voice acting is not
There was
easy.
one just like it back then, too. Big and red and plump. Huh,
Big and
like
red
a
and
juicy
plump.
apple ripe for the picking.
Tell me more about this honorary knight. Sounds like a cool person. Look at her face, dude. I love her. I'm lucky to choose Lumine as my main. I don't remember that. Maybe I really do work. I do work when Paimon's asleep. That's the Dark Knight hero. Who's this honorary knight? I see what you're doing, traveler. Making light of the situation signals to the person trying to hire you that if they want you to take things seriously, they need to make you a serious offer. But don't worry, we don't disappoint you on that front.
You're starting to lose Paimon a little.
Lose Paimon.
And the bad news, Yelan? Give it to us straight.
Sure, as you've already noticed, this ley line disturbance differs from previous cases in that defeating the monsters here in the outside world will not suffice. So, unless we target the deepest recesses of this domain and defeat all the monsters lurking within, this battle could drag on forever. To complicate things further, there seems to be a strange set of rules at play in the domain. While we were inside, my team and I started to notice that something was working against us, forbidding us from reaching the core. Things went smoothly at first. We were collecting and analyzing items without too much trouble, but once we pushed deeper, the team was overcome with a sudden sense of weakness. They could no longer fight at full strength. Meanwhile, the monsters only got stronger. Some of them even showed traits we've never observed before. It got pretty dicey at points. My verdict is we need to find someone highly resistant to leyline interference, who can look into the domain's rules undisturbed. If they let a squad inside, they could figure out how to navigate the environment, then strike at the heart of the domain and quell this leyline disturbance once and for all. Hey, I see what you're doing.
So to summarize, we have
It's only
two
me.
options. The first is to strengthen our defenses, keep fending off the monster attacks, and hope the disturbance dies down in due course. Option 2 is to send the Traveler inside the domain with a team of troops to eliminate the disturbance at the source. Understood.
The source.
I'll prepare for both courses of action.
That is so British. Dude, that is so British.
Understood. I'll prepare for both courses of action.
For both courses. For both courses.
Understood. I'll prepare for both courses of action.
Both courses of action. That is so British.
I'll need to contact Ningguang and request additional funding for our defenses. At the same time, I'll reach out to the Kayang to discuss manpower.
Just
We
let
need to
her
get our
having a
troops on rotation
British
as soon as
accent,
possible.
please. I would love it so much.
Hey, isn't this the part where you're supposed to tell us to get out there and give them what for?
Sorry, but peacekeeping
Sorry.
in Liyue is a duty that belongs to the Millilith and the Qixing. It's my role as commander to keep my officers from taking on unnecessary risks. Plus, I don't want you taking this on all by yourself. For reasons both professional and personal.
Oh.
So if you don't want to get involved, I won't force you. I'll simply treat this like a long-term training exercise for the Millilith, with several platoons working in rotation to eliminate each wave of monsters. Meanwhile, I'll have scouts keep up the intelligence-gathering work inside the domain. Once we understand it sufficiently well, we can put a strike team together to head in and neutralize the threat. Of course, if you do wish to participate, you'll have my full support and the entire garrison at your disposal.
Anything for you.
And once the leyline
Let's do it.
disturbance has been brought under control, I will review your record and compensate you accordingly.
Review your record and compensate you accordingly. So we got Primo Gems from Kaching. Like canonically. I'll help for reasons both professional and personal. As a friend, I must stay and fight.
Paimon too! Whichever way you cut it, we can't sit this one out. We're allies of Liyue. We're the best adventurer duo around, and we're friends of Kuching and Yelan.
Did I feel like Paimon also British? It does sounds like that.
Plus, we don't need to worry about being shortchanged. Kuching and Yelan will definitely make it worth their time.
But I might be wrong.
That looks like determination
But honestly,
to me.
it can be, right?
I like what I see. All right, here's how we're
We
going
come to the
do
British
this.
Kaching and British Paimon era.
Yelan, tell your team to prepare
Yelan?
for another trip into the domain. This time with the Traveler
Sounds so
joining them.
amazing. Yelan. Let's hear that Yelan again.
Yelan,
Yelan.
tell your team to
Damn,
prepare
bro.
for another trip into the domain. This time with the Traveler joining them.
Not so fast. I need some time to think this through. The situation at the site is in constant fluctuation, so we can't just go rushing in. We have to time it just right. Traveler, take this time to rest up and assemble your A-team. Be ready for anything. This will be a fiercer battle than most. Ooh. A-team? Where is Kaching? Fang Jin? Thank you, Fang Jin. Now's the perfect time. If we seize this chance, we should be able to go deeper into the domain's core. Of course, that's assuming we can figure out the rules along the way, as well as how to deal with our foes.
Keep your eyes peeled and your blades ready. Be aware of your
I don't know
surroundings at
why.
all times.
Every
and
single
look out for
time,
one another.
every single time I voice acting, I always having this a Russian accent for me,
Remember,
because it feels
whenever the
easier for me
situation takes a
to do
turn
that.
for the worse, it never hurts to retreat
That I
and regroup.
always really love
Don't
talking
go
like
pushing
this.
yourselves too hard, all right?
Okay.
With that said, I await your triumphant return.
And a triumphant return you shall have. I'm ready for whatever this domain throws at me.
Yeah! We'll be back with good news for the both of you!
Okay. Stygian Onslaught. SO. Sort of. I'm gonna turn on the music, because maybe we're gonna get a different music in here. New endgame content is always welcome for me. You must select a difficulty of Stygian Onslaught challenges. As the difficulty increases, the challenges will start featuring leyline disturbances, which affect combat. Your opponents will also grow trickier to deal with. Completing a more difficult challenge will also let you obtain the rewards from the difficulties below that one. After you enter the challenge, you must head to 3 separate battlefields and complete 3 time limited battles. The challenge is considered complete for this difficulty once all opponents in all 3 battlefields are beaten. Or you can invite teammates to take part in co-op challenges. In normal, advancing, and hard challenges, you can adjust your party composition before every battle, and there are no character restrictions. In co-op mode, the leader shall select the start. Okay. Minimap. So I can use a same team until this hard mode. So above the hard mode, higher than that, I cannot. Which I feel like the the reward is gonna be a whole lot different. Pyro has advantages. Exalted Ones. What is Exalted Ones? These characters will have their max HP, attack, and defense increased by 20%. So I don't have all of these characters, which is sad. I will have Chitlali later. Hopefully she's gonna rerun next patch. But for now, I think I need to use all of these characters. I should have bring like a second Electro.
By royal decree! Bubba, get them!
Oh, this is just the chasm. This is just the chasm theme song. Okay, the thing that I noticed immediately, there is no energy from the start. Okay, we need to think this through. The lack of energy from the start means this is the most difficult challenge in the game. There is no doubt. Spiral Abyss is not as difficult. Is it seriously only this one health bar? Oh, okay. Hard mode isn't really that hard after all. Revitalize. Use resin. You have to use resin to... Oh, just to get the artifacts. Okay, so battle number 2 is going to be burning. So definitely Emily is gonna be involved here. If you're playing burning, just use Emily as a dendro is enough. Just one Emily, that's enough. You don't need like a second dendro, because all you really need to do is just to keep the fire alive. That's what burning is all about. Okay, this boss is basically, if you don't have enough cryo, you are screwed. The lack of energy, I can feel it already. I can feel it's gonna be ridiculously difficult for later. Well, keep in mind this is my first time doing this. Story. Everything's finished.
This domain is messed up. No wonder even Yelan found it dicey.
This domain is messed up. What a word, Paimon.
Which major historical battle do you think is being reenacted here?
I love Paimon's
Feels
voice.
like one where most soldiers would be way out of their depths.
She sounds like a mascot more, you know, instead of someone that is super loud. Maybe it's the Archon War?
Hopefully not. Surely not right.
Archon War. I mean, major historical battle. It feels like the Archon War. What is the other one though? Kandria?
Ah, you're back.
Surely Kandria is even more terrifying. And by the look on your face, I'm guessing this is a triumphant return after all.
Sure is, but it was really, really scary in there.
Yeah. You describe the battles you fought to Kaching and Yuan.
Incredible. You did very well to brave all of that and still emerge victorious.
Oh,
Good work.
good work. After you entered the domain, there was a sharp drop in stray monsters out here. And although you didn't eliminate the root of the problem, it's plain to see you've weakened the ley line disturbance considerably.
Which means you've weakened the monsters as well. Now any rank and file
I
soldiers
feel
can
like I did
comfortably fend
nothing,
them off.
Kaching. Or they could enter the domain and get a taste of real danger. The ley line's disturbance is a stubborn foe. It will take time to conquer it. Get inside.
Why do you sound weirdly excited about this? Don't go getting too bloodthirsty.
Wait. Genshin like really involved in terms of expression.
Oh, one other thing. We received a response from Yujing Terrace. Both the Tianxuan and the Kaiyang have agreed to establish a long-term partnership with the Traveler.
Long-term partnership.
Thanks to your tireless efforts, we may even be able to turn this ley line disturbance to our advantage.
So technically Liyue is now sponsoring us, giving us some primo gems.
Moving forward, you'll have the full support of this garrison. While the disturbance remains active, the Millelith will take care of any monsters that escape from the domain, using the opportunity to hone their combat skills. You, of course, are free to enter the domain if you so wish.
Sure. We've turned the tables on the situation. What started as a potential crisis is now a major asset to Millelith recruits. Wow. So you're making these abyssal monsters as a recruiting materials for Millelith training. Wow, that's great news. I'll keep giving it my all. With the immediate danger gone, I'll support as needed.
Oh, that's a big weight off our shoulders. Anyway, where were we?
Where were we?
Oh yeah. Ley
In
lines are pretty
Liyue.
fascinating things, aren't they? If only there was a way to grab them and shake all the secrets out. Or, who knows? Maybe one day we'll run into some smart cookie who hands us a big thick book called Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Ley Lines.
We gotta ask someone from the Abyss to know about this ley line, or someone from Celestia. Unfortunately, we don't like Celestia. Okay, let's enter it again. We try a little bit higher difficulty, so we get all the primos and total 450, so 150 times 3. So every single time we will have 350 primo gems. I wonder how it will affect the Spiral Abyss and the theater though. I hope it doesn't affect it. So I hope like this is like an addition endgame content that we need. In Menacing, Fearless and Dire challenges, so there's another one called Dire. Characters that take part in one battle will not be able to participate in the following ones, along with their equipped weapons and artifacts. In single player challenges, you can adjust your party composition before every battle. However, if you modify a composition that already has challenge records, you will have to reset that corresponding record. Okay, it's the same thing as the Deadly Assault from Zenless. It's basically, if you already use these characters, you cannot use it anymore unless you reset from the very beginning.
Burn it down! Bring it!
Oh, it's a Fontaine music now.
Everybody stand back!
It becomes a Fontaine music.
Pyroclastic surge!
Oh, let's go. Can I use food in here? No, definitely no. I cannot open my backpack. So I'm sure I can do this. But I can feel that the enemy's getting thicker and thicker.
Everybody stand back! Pyroclastic
Oh! That's still not enough. 100,000 means nothing. But we did it at least. Damn, 91 seconds. In hard difficulty, it was like 30 seconds. Now it's triple the time. That's crazy. Nah, I'm not gonna claim anything.
transfixed.
Nice and spicy. Forward amber. Go.
Stun the boss. It is gonna be easy.
Fresh and
The boss basically has the self-hurt mechanics. They just being taken advantages right now, and it's making the actual boss fight actually not that bad.
This'll brighten up
15
the place.
seconds? Why is it taking so long to kill this? Alright. 107 seconds. I take it back. Second team is not that good, okay? We cannot use food and we don't have energy to begin with. That is insane. Start with 0 energy. With the power of French chef. We cannot afford to lose on this one.
Breather. My apologies.
Dude, even this taking so much time. 92 seconds. What's gonna happen in the next level? What? What's gonna happen in the next level? Claim my stuff. The Dust of Enlightenment. I need this. This is actually really good. It's honestly the best reroll item that we have in any kind of Hoyoverse game. Okay, I'm not a whale. I'm not spending much in this game. Still not F2P, but you know, I'm kind of like a pseudo F2P. All I buy is the Vulcan
Bring it.
and a Kaching skin. That's it. That's all I bought. That's all I bought.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Light up the blazing sun.
360k damage, and it barely scratched anything.
Incinerate.
I mean, it did quite hefty of damage, at least.
Let the mountain's veins boil.
Come on. Oh my god. You cannot destroy the small tulpa with just a simple hydro. It used to be so easy to destroy that. What? No. The boss is being modified into like super tough. It do nothing. You cannot destroy that. You have to fight the boss on its enhanced state. That is mental. What in the world is that? Nope. That is not happening. How the hell do you beat it? What? No. Pyro has advantage, they said. No, nothing. It's not having advantage at all. Let alone the final difficulty. That's not gonna happen.
Take flight.
Let's see if I can do this one.
A dash of frosting. My apologies.
Don't be scared. Yoo-hoo! Time to shine.
A burst of flavor. A little of loose. Whirling snow. Sakura swirl.
50k. Okay. This one doesn't seems to be that bad. Let's see if I can do this. The power of Escoffier. You need some French chef. You need Gordon Ramsay to do this. Okay. Okay. Escoffier. Do something, Coffee. Do your ult. We can do this, Coffee. No, not the buff again. Okay, I'm gonna use all my ult. Okay, stop now. I'm gonna ult. Come on. 10 seconds left. Come on. 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. Goose on the loose for the win. What is that fight? Wow. Even with all of that, wow. It's only like 2 seconds left. Holy macaroni. Well, at least this team can do it. I don't think the other team can do it. That's the problem though. I don't feel like the cryo boss having enhanced that much. All rest is greatly increased. So that's it. There's no thing that, you know, you have to like super difficult to destroy the mini tulpa, the half tulpas. Affected by Leyland disturbance, this being will absorb the 2 half tulpas that emerge during blah 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 blah. Enhance heal itself. Heal itself. Okay, definitely. That's what happened. Because I didn't feel like I managed to even hurt this boss. One is not gonna be that hard. Fingers crossed. I can feel this thing is so tanky. Hopefully we can do this. Oh, the downtime is so fast.
A little ambiance.
What? I mean, this one isn't too bad. I could maybe do something about, you know, adding electro or something so we got more reaction. I'm not really sure how good it is burning with electro is, but we gotta try. Let's do official. When you see official, you are officially taking this seriously. So yeah, burning is still a more dominant reaction, which is good. Yup. Come on. This music doesn't make it a little less intense. It is super intense. I am sweating to the max. You know, we're heading to the right direction at least. Seems like we're making progress. Like elemental application is more important than damage. Whoa, okay. She is dying really fast. Okay. We got the first burst. There you go. Not the best. Actually, it has the same performance as Arlecchino. It has fairly same performance. Wow. Nope. I cannot believe how miserable it is. Okay, call me crazy, but I'm gonna use Ember for this. Super fast pyro stuff. Call me crazy, but it might works. I just need to get Ember's ult as often as possible.
Let it rain.
Do the ult.
Get them. Reconstitute.
There you go. You see that? I'm not crazy. It's actually quite fast. Look at that. Dude, look at that. My C6 Amber is actually working.
A little
Yay. Well, I think this is the best one we got so far. It's getting closer and closer, but it still feels not enough.
Russian floral.
Ah, that's so close. 4, 3, 2, 1. No! Oh my god, this is a challenge. Hey, it's me. Post editing video me. So I did this challenge, this single boss, for about 1.5 hours. Of course, I'm not just repeating it just over and over. Of course, I'm thinking about I change the artifacts for Arlecchinos, and I am changing Xiangling's weapons, and then also I upgraded the skills for Arlecchino also. It actually doing some kind of progress, but it took me 1.5 hours to finally do something significant. I think the thing that I forgot to mention is my Arlecchino is actually having a 3-star weapons, the tassel, but you know, that's the best weapon I can have for Arlecchino in my roster. So yeah, it's a 3-star weapons Arlecchino, and I finally did this.
Lazy bear.
Reconstitute. At the fry pan. Hey! Get
Overruled.
Hey! No escape. Nice and spicy.
Transfixed.
Come on. It's 3-star weapon.
Everlasting as the moon. Lake bear.
Extract. No one escapes by sight.
My right hand is actually pretty sore right now. It's crazy.
No escape. Russian floral. Boba, get them.
Okay, come on.
Witness my rise.
This is like the best one we have.
No one escapes by sight.
Okay,
No escape.
Amber's old, Xiangling's old,
A little
Emily's. 1. Oh my god! Exactly 0 seconds left, dude. What the hell is this challenge, man? Let's claim this. My reward is, yeah, garbage. But honestly, that's a win. At this point, this is a win for me. Alright, well, speaking of experiment, I think the thing that I haven't tried for the stage, the Tulpa stage, is actually Dendro. So I've been doing a little bit of research. I think Dendro is much better than Mavuika in this case. But, well, we just gotta try. Right?
Grow. Propagate. Our bond is strong.
The biggest problem for me is how do you kill
Everyone hold
the
hands.
small one? You really need to kill the small one.
Can't see?
Go. Wait, what? Oh, there you go.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Scatter! This may hurt a little. The Temple of Wisdom.
Stand with me.
Ow! Oh my god. Ah! Okay. You know what? Oh. What is that? What is that ending? You know what? It is actually a progress, so I'm not complaining.
Let's nip that in the bud.
I see everything.
Okay, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially calling this challenge off because I don't think I can do it. There's only one battlefield left. But yeah, at this point I don't think I can do it. You know, if you have any advice or you know, feel free to backseat me. Look at all my characters. If you think I can beat this stage with the characters that I have, let me know in the comments. It's okay to backseat me, whatever it is. You know, for me the challenge itself is fun, but the mechanics makes no sense to me. Like you have to keep up with like 2 mini toolpaths, and then you have to keep up with the shield, you have to keep up with the damage. It's just so much things to keep up, and I feel like I need a rest. It's been 3 hours. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time.